Hi, Kay here from Ecosector Skin by Saarinen Organics. So just recently I've been talking about eczema. So we found out why eczema itches. And we've also found out that the cure for eczema is in the cause. So the epidermis, the top of the skin, once that gets really dry and flaky, that's like the protector for our dermis. And if that's compromised, then bacteria can get down into the dermis and get ourselves in all sorts of trouble. Right, so that's what we want to do. We want to keep the skin from breaking and bleeding. There are three main things that I want to show you here today that you can do at home with really simple ingredients. So number one is a medicated bath. Number two is an oil blend. And number three is a poultice. The hero of all of this is actually good old-fashioned certified organic raw oats. Colloidal oats. Now colloidal oats is a very old word, and basically what it means is good old-fashioned oats that have been ground to a powder, compounds in it, mainly fat. So fat, protein, it's an antioxidant, it's an anti-inflammatory, it's an antibacterial, loads of vitamins and nutrients in oats. It's like an emollient. It's found in a lot of traditional skincare, cosmetics actually, shampoos even. What's really great too, in America, the FDA in 2003 proclaimed that oats was a skin protectant, which is amazing to see an old remedy actually recognised by such a big organisation. I'm going to make up a pretty big batch because my daughter Gemma has just had an outbreak of eczema, hence why I'm talking about eczema this week. So I thought, well, I'm going to make all this stuff up for her, so I might as well do a video on it all as well to help everybody out there who's struggling, especially little kiddies. It's awful to see. Gemma's not quite a little kiddie anymore. She's 13. So my oats. So this is in my NutriBullet. I've made that really nice and fine. Can pick that up, how fine that is. And that was really super quick. You don't really want to buy it ground. You want to keep the oats pretty raw. It can actually turn quite quickly like this. Best way to check to make sure that it's going to be water soluble, because at this stage when it's whole, it's not water soluble. So you just take a cup of water and a tablespoon. When it turns that nice milky colour, that's when you know that's good oat milk there. Beautiful. So first off, this is for a bath. So for an adult or a teenager, you use half a cup of the ground oats into a bath. Now you only want the water to be only lukewarm. You don't want it to be hot at all. Hot is just going to aggravate an eczema or a dermatitis. So you want to put a cup in, lukewarm. Make sure it goes that lovely milky colour. Give it a bit of stir around and get them to soak in it for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Now caution on this, because of the fats and the proteins in the oatmeal, in the oats, is that it's going to be very slippery in the bath. So do try and help your teenager out, or if there's someone a bit elderly in there too, make sure you clean the bath out quite well after it, because those fats will stick to the bath. So once you get out of the bath, there's two steps you can do. The first step is to quickly disinfect those the really big breakout areas of your eczema. And the second thing is to oil really quickly. Now we want to do this within about 3 minutes of getting out of the bath. We want to lock in that moisture into the skin. So I do have some witch hazel. The witch hazel is a really light way to disinfect and antibacterial for those areas that are really quite broken. So you just pour a little bit on and just in those areas just dab. Now this is a step you can do if you want. For a child, it's going to sting a little bit, but for an adult, suck it up, buttercup, and go with the sting, because we really want to stop that infection, any infections that are building. So, and that's a step, you know, this is the beauty about doing a DIY. You can incorporate things as you need them. So I've got 4 beautiful oils here. They are all antibacterial. They are all anti-inflammatory. The big thing is the coconut oil. Now it is solidified. Oil should be solidified. Now the coconut oil, it's going to give a little bit of a barrier, and this barrier is going to help stop the bacteria from getting into the skin. So and it's great for, you know, things like staph infections and bacteria, stopping them from getting in, anti-inflammatory as well. Good old certified organic calendula oil is an absolute must. Really, really old remedy. Fantastic for keeping infections at bay as well. Sunflower oil and also evening primrose oil, antibacterial again, anti-inflammatory again, full of antioxidants and healants. So with these oils, I've got them in here. So when you add your coconut, blitz it, it's not going to actually all break down. There's going to be little blobs. A nice little blob there. It will actually melt. Oh, it smells so good. So don't worry too much about it being lumpy. So pouring it in there, I'm just going to blitz that. So that's it, blitzed. Look at that milky goodness. Look at that. See, it's a little bit lumpy, but that's okay because it's going to melt straight away onto the skin. Look at that milky goodness. So the poultice recipe is 2 cups of your ground certified organic raw oats, 2 100 mils of these 4 oils, putting it either back into your bullet or putting it into your mortar and pestle. I actually did this one earlier just so it soaks in there a bit, because that's the consistency that I want. I want it to be nice and sort of sticky without it being runny. And you know, you can test and measure how you like it. I'll show you how to put a poultice on in a minute, but going back to the steps. So number 1, having your medicated bath with the raw, finely ground oats. When you hop out, your choice if you want to put the witch hazel on or not. And then put this oil on. So now you're not putting this oil all over your body. You're just putting it on the areas where your eczema is. Trying not to really rub it in. We just want to like gently pop it on there and let it absorb in and soak in. So trying to do this, say, before dinner, so it's got a long time for it to absorb in, so it's not going to get rubbed off. And then at night time, you can put your poultice on, and I'll show you how. So we don't want that to be runny. We want that to be quite sticky. So this is the poultice, and then you quite simply get a chucks. You want it to be a dry chucks, and then you just grab a little bit, not a whole lot. Good thing about this is that you can do up quite a lot of these. Wrap them in plastic, not great plastic, but you know, I've actually found the biodegradable Glad Wrap now, which is really good. And then with that, you get the affected area. It is so cooling. If you do quite a lot of these and stack them up in the freezer, then when you get them out, they are so nice and cooling. And so that's all you simply do, is just wrap it around the area. And with a good old-fashioned chucks, you can put a safety pin on that and keep it nice and secure. A few other little tips too. So we've got our medicated bath. Getting out if it's infected or it looks like it's starting to get infected, a little bit of witch hazel. And then within 3 minutes, get your oil mix on there. And then just before bed, pop on a poultice. And if you can sleep with this on wherever it is, you might have to get a little bit creative to see and test and measure to see how you can get this to stay on if it's in bigger areas. Try not to use anything that's going to trap in the heat. Get a nice airflow through. My daughter likes to sleep with a fan on. And so make sure you've got cotton sheets, cotton doona, cotton pajamas. So I've done quite a few different DIY videos now, and I don't usually sell the recipes that I'm doing, because you can buy this sort of stuff quite readily at your local Whole Food shop. So, but a lot of people have asked me they wanted to actually buy the product, the DIY, or to buy ingredients. So I thought I would put this little kit together. So it's nothing fancy. It's simply all the certified organic ingredients that I've talked about today in 100ml bottles. So you get 100ml witch hazel, 100ml certified organic evening primrose oil, 100ml certified organic sunflower oil, 100 mils of calendula, certified organic calendula oil, certified organic oats, there's 4 cups in here, and also 100 grams of the certified organic coconut oil, and also a printout of all the how-tos, like how to do it all, and also these QR codes. They're not activated yet, but I will do that. So all these QR codes will take you to the website with the with this DIY recipe video, as well as it all written out as well. So all of them will have the QR codes that will take you to there as well. So I'm offering this on my website just through popular demand of people wanting to actually buy kits from me. So, but you can buy all locally. So for this kit, I'll pop a link to the website with this kit on our Facebook, will be in our descriptions, and on Instagram it'll be in our bio. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Bye.